Happy Friday, readers! We made it through another week of learning together. We are going to continue with our Friday story included in our slideshow. So today we're going to be reading a Frog and Toad story. So exciting. We are also going to continue our work from Wednesday, thinking about how readers pay attention to character action and character dialogue at the same time. That helps us learn even more about our characters. Can anyone remember what character action is? Think about it. What is action? Let's hear it. Yeah, character action is what a character does. For example here, when Jabari jumped off the diving board, his jumping off the diving board was his action. Can anyone remember what dialogue is? Think about it. Let's hear it. Yeah, dialogue is when a character is talking. Remember, we can notice this by paying attention to those quotation marks. You'll see them at the beginning and the end of what a character is saying. Dialogue is also shown in speech bubbles sometimes. So we talked about this on Wednesday, and it can seem like a lot to pay attention to both dialogue and action at the same time. But it's so important because it helps us notice and learn things about our characters. For example, we can notice what they are feeling, and we can notice what they are like as people. Okay? So let's think about our Jabari jumps example and just go over that today. Because in your reading, you're going to have a question where you have to complete this chart. So let's just do an example together. This is the same one we did Wednesday. So remember, our character is Jabari, and he said at the end of the story, if you remember, he said, "I did it! I'm a great jumper!" And his action was jumping off the diving board. So now what we need to do is we need to use this dialogue and use this action to help us figure out something about Jabari. Does anyone notice what Jabari could be feeling based on what he's saying? I did it! I'm a great jumper! Does anyone notice what Jabari is like as a person? I'm noticing a feeling. I think Jabari feels excited. He was excited and proud of himself for jumping off the diving board. I figured this out because he said, "I'm a great jumper." He thinks he's a great jumper. That means he's probably proud. Okay? So as you read today, you're going to read a little bit and stop and think. Remember, that's what strong readers always do. Helps us understand our stories. We're going to read a story from Days with Frog and Toad today called Tomorrow. It's one of my favorites. So remember, as you are beginning to read the story, just look through the first couple pages and think, does this book feel just right or easy for you? Like only 1 or 3 words feel tricky? If that's the case, then you read the words on your own. If most of the words feel tricky, then you can listen to the story by clicking present mode at the top there, and then I will read the story to you. Okay? And remember, if you come to a tricky word, to use those strategies. They're always there to help you. You have 2 questions today in your book. Now, this looks like, oh my goodness, so much is going on. Don't worry, you've seen this chart before. We've been working with this chart for 2 weeks now. And what your job is going to be for your first question is to look at the character, which I've filled in for you. I filled in the dialogue. I filled in the action. Your job is to make the character noticing. Do you notice a feeling Toad is having based on his dialogue or action? Or do you notice what Toad is like as a character based on his dialogue and action? Okay? So for this question, you're stopping and thinking and only filling in this part. I already did this part for you. Your last question is going to ask you, what lesson can we learn from Toad, okay? Now, it's your turn, friends, so go ahead and read through that Frog and Toad story. We hope you enjoy it, all right? Happy reading! Bye!